Welcome back to Ben Rants, and when I was a kid, variety truly was the spice of life. Well, here we go again. It's time for me to do yet another rant on the lowest form of entertainment, reality shows. Now, you may remember last time I ranted on reality shows, it was very short and I didn't cover much and went into a rant on something else. This'll be different. This time, it's no holds barred, no mercy, and no backing down. I'm going to rip every reality show that I can get my hands on a new one. So, let's get started. First, I like to say that reality shows do an amazing job at driving viewers in. Us as humans are obsessed with surprise and curiosity, so promos for reality shows do their job by showing little to get us suckered in. And of course, when I was a little younger, I fell for it. There were shows I frequently followed. However, it wasn't mostly about following the shows. It was mostly because me and my family watched them all the time, and it was more about me wanting to spend time with my family than watch the shows. Aww, yeah, I know. However, when I got older, I saw reality shows for the jokes they are, and I'm sick and tired of them. So, let's get started on one of the ones I used to watch all the time, The Biggest Loser. Well, this is a show about fat people that go to California to lose weight because they're too lazy to do it themselves. This would be fine if it wasn't turned into a freaking competition. Most of the time, they go through challenges that look like torture devices and try to lose the most amount of weight. They're divided into two teams. Whichever team loses the most amount of weight wins. The opposite team has to vote players off. Wow, I guess being eliminated from a team is a bigger concern than losing weight then, huh? Plus, a lot of the challenges have important stuff on the line, like you can win a trip to a spa, a 1 pound pass, which I think shouldn't be allowed because it's cheating, money, and a trip home. My gosh, why don't you just put their dang house deeds on the line while you're at it? If that's not enough, why not one of their arms? Huh? Did you ever think of that? Anyway, one of the main factors of reality shows is drama, and this show has plenty of it. But most of the time, it's, I'm fat, dun dun dun. I lost 4 pounds. That'd be good anywhere else, but not here, dun dun dun. I lost 10 pounds last week. Now I don't think I can do it again this week, dun dun dun. Does this sports bra make me look fat? Dun dun dun. Yeah, it's painful. Anyway, when they're taking a break from exercise that's probably killing them more than their weight is, the trainers give them tips on how to stay fit at home, which includes making meals that'll cost more than a family's trip to a grocery store. Seriously, a lot of these meals they make for them will cost so much there's no possible way they can afford to stay fit. Wow, way to fill your contestants with lots of false hope, trainers. These trainers are Bob, who's the biggest wuss you'll ever meet, and Jillian, who makes China look feminine. This show is basically about watching fat people lose weight. I'd rather watch a turtle that's stuck on its back try to get itself back up. I can't believe I used to love this show. What the heck was I thinking? But what ticks me off most about this show is the reason why it's so popular. Because America is making obesity look like a freaking sin. I mean it! It seems television and even the dang government has been pushing people to lose weight because it can kill you. So what? Guns can kill you, why aren't you controlling guns? Smoking kills you, why aren't you controlling that? Obesity kills you. No crap, Sherlock. Why does our weight matter so much to you people? Why don't you leave us alone? Don't tell us what to and what not to eat. You see this? This is a horseshoe. It's the best reason to live in Illinois. It's a meat of your choice, topped with fries, topped with a melted cheese of your choice. It's amazing. But this is the kind of food they don't want you to eat. This is the kind of food they try to ban or try to make healthier. Well, heck with you people. I'm eating all the horseshoes I want because horseshoes are God's food. Anyway, that's my thought on The Biggest Loser. Whoever has a big enough attention span to watch fat people lose weight, I'd like to meet that person. Anyway, let's move on to another bullcrap sensation that happens to be a reality show, American Idol. So, this show is about older teens that sing badly in a competition to become a singer. That's about it. Now let's be honest, do we really need this show? I mean, really? Really? Do we really need a show for untalented singers to become famous singers? I don't think so. The music genre is so dead that a constipated person making a bunch of noises while he's in the bathroom can become its own album. We don't need this show to make quote-unquote stars out of people. Heck, on top of that, a lot of people who don't even win a season are more successful than the people who do win. Yeah, you sure know how to pick 'em, America. Plus, none of the talented people ever win. William Hung didn't even make it past the first judging, and he was the best. I'm serious. He was so bad that I was actually entertained by him. And if I'm more entertained by somebody who's being bad on purpose than people who are actually trying, then this show is failing. If you think singers are bad, the hosts are worse. Paula is a complete doofus. Simon is a jerk, but he's right a majority of the time. Randy's never read a dictionary in his life. However, Paula and Simon aren't involved with this show anymore. So, who are they replaced with? Jennifer Lopez? Do I even have to say anything about J-Lo? And Steven Tyler? Well, another talented person falling to this low blow. That stinks. Well, there's not much drama on this show, but I could care less. American Idol sucks. Next, Super Nanny. Hey, a show about a fat lady who's teaching kids to be good. That sounds entertaining. Not! Every episode feels like the same, and hearing kids scream and cry all the time can give you a migraine. The only thing this show is good for is showing us that kids are evil. Next is Jersey Shore. Oh no, this show. I can't believe why this show is so popular. All it is a bunch of jackholes from Jersey who just sit around the house yelling and cussing at each other. I don't get it. How is watching a bunch of people sitting around yelling at each other entertaining? Plus, these people have the stupidest names. Oh, Snooky, Pauly D, JWoww, The Situation? What kind of nicknames are these? Yo, I'm The Situation. I'm cool because I'm named after a noun. My gosh. Way to make Jersey look worse than it already does. In fact, I read somewhere that the people on this show aren't even from Jersey. Wow! That'd be like if I made a show about Chicago, but all the people who are in it are from Iowa. If you're gonna have a show about a place, actually have people that live in the place on the show! Anyway, I just hate this show. Not because it's a reality show, but because it's a reality show that is an oxymoron of itself. Heck, this show is so stupid, TNA has a gimmick of two wrestlers called Shore. They're Robbie E. and Cookie, and they make fun of how ridiculous the people act on this show. Wow, you know you have a bad show when a wrestling company is making fun of it. The Silent Library. Another one from MTV. Hey, I have a good idea for a show. Let's take the loud librarian sketches from all that, suck out all the humor out of them, add a bunch of teens, do stupid things, and no plot whatsoever. That's this show. If I was running the network, I would grab the person who came up with the idea for this show and throw him out the window. But I'm not running MTV, so this show gets passed. All I can say is, who in their right mind is entertained by stuff like this? There's nothing more boring than watching teens do things in a library and try to stay quiet. I'd rather watch the Pink Panther read a Sports Illustrated magazine. The Bachelor. Let's have a show about a guy, and sometimes a girl, who needs a reality show to find a soulmate. Who will he or she choose? What will he or she do with the girls or boys? What girl or guy is just in it for the money? What girl or guy is actually a man or a woman? Who the heck cares? My gosh! How in the blueness of the sky do shows this stupid get past the planning stages? These are some of the most unoriginal ideas I've ever heard of for shows. Man! Anyway, this show sucks. Guys, if you go to your girlfriend's house on a Monday night and she's a big fan of this, make sure you have your CD player with you. You'll need it. Dancing with the Stars. Okay, let's get a bunch of C-list celebrities, put them together with a famous dancer, having them dance on live television. Words cannot describe how much the red mark on my forehead hurts from me having to facepalm myself. What kind of moronic celebrities would be stupid enough to agree to this? Holy crap! Is that Stacy Keibler? Stacy, what are you doing, girl? You were Miss Hancock in WCW, and you were actually on this show. You barely made it through WWE. I don't think you can survive this. Wow. Wait for this reality show to take some people I care about and just crap on their careers. Who's next? Chris Jericho? Chris, no! This is what you took a break from wrestling to do? That's just ridiculous! I don't want to see you dance, I want to see you put the dancers and the judges in the lion tamer and make them pay for making you guys do this. Anyway, I can't believe this show has lasted as long as it has. Who the heck wants to see a bunch of celebrities that nobody cares about dancing? It's ridiculous. Plus, every time somebody wins it, it really doesn't do anything for the person. It's just plain pointless if you ask me. Well, that's as much so's as I can stand. Now, let's get to why reality shows are so bad. They're so terrible because they feature some of the lamest gimmicks to get people to tune in. A lot of times, they drag people in with curiosity, and a lot of times, they use celebrities that nobody knows and has said celebrity do the most pointless action. I don't even want to get started on some of the shows that are centered on celebrities. They're all the same. That's another thing. As years start to go on, more and more reality shows copy each other. Don't believe me? Super Nanny is a ripoff of Nanny 911. American Idol is a ripoff of the UK version of the X Factor. And The Biggest Loser has had several copies. There's Shaq's Big Challenge, Fat March, Heavy, Shedding for the Wedding. Wow, talk about lack of variety. Another thing about reality shows is some of them are just plain ridiculous. The ideas are just friggin' nuts. I remember one show on the CW called Farmer Wants a Wife. Is there anyone watching this that would want to watch that show just by hearing its name? Then there's I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. More like I'm a Viewer, Get these shows off my TV! Not to mention Jersey Shore, a show about a bunch of young adults living in the same house cussing and kissing each other. Gee, where have I heard that before? I can't remember. Yeah, those are a few examples of horrible ideas for reality shows that some sane person was crazy enough to create. So, the reason why I call reality shows the lowest form of entertainment is because I feel that the only people who can sit through them have got to be the people with the highest attention span ever. I mean, here's how most reality shows promos play out. Coming this fall, a reality show by the creators of This Wall and That Rock bring you a show about a D-list celebrity that nobody's heard of but now they suddenly care for. Watch as this celebrity lives his life as they have to balance being a parent, doing their said occupation, keeping up with fans. We know their life is just like yours, but nobody cares about you, so that's why this is entertaining. Of course, every episode of this show will be the same thing over and over again, but who cares? You've got nothing else to watch. So, be sure to tune in for the premiere of What Were We Thinking? Warning, may cause brain drain. You see? That's how far I feel reality shows have fallen. Not that they fell from far up anyway. I've always hated them. Especially when networks that are just dedicated to a show of certain types of programming abandon its fan base and start showing reality shows and turns into a reality show insane asylum. Just look at what happened to MTV and G4. So, those are my honest thoughts on reality shows. They're repetitive, they're ridiculous, they're nuts, and they're just plain boring. I use my television to get away from reality and not have to hear about F-list celebrities' personal life. What's worse, more and more reality shows are being created. Why? Why do we need more of this crap? Why in the heck are reality shows so popular? I know people can watch wherever they want, but do they really need to watch crap like this? Would your lives be affected in any way if you don't find out who loses the most amount of weight on The Biggest Loser? Would your life be affected in any way if you don't find out who wins American Idol? Would your life in any way be affected if you don't find which celeb is going insane? No? Who cares? You're individuals. You're special. Why do you want to waste your time on people that think they're more special than you? It's a waste of time for me. You can spend that time watching programming that you like that's creative and inventive and it's actually made to entertain you, not waste your time. For me, seeing as how there's not much stuff I watch on TV, all I can say is, thank goodness for DVDs, thank goodness for cartoons, and thank goodness for Dexter. I'm Ben, and I'm signing out. Ladies and gentlemen, due to the increasing number of hungry viewers watching this, we are going to show you the horseshoe again. That is all.